This week on Inside Boulder News, the city offers limited time curbside cleanup for flood debris, crews work hard to reopen trails and paths, and the Bridge House opens a much needed community table kitchen. Welcome to Inside Boulder News. I'm Mike Benuelos. The city is partnering with Swingle Inc., a Denver-based waste hauler, to offer curbside pickups for flood debris throughout the community for 3 weeks. The pickup started on Thursday, and the city has been working hard to share information about the type of debris that is included and the guidelines that give the city the best chance of reimbursement from the federal government.
Household debris are what we're going to be able to pick up. So that would include anything from drywall to carpeting, any type of furniture that may have been damaged. We are not able to pick up from commercial sites. Any type of what we'll call sort of white goods, such as electronics, would need to go to the Eco-Cycling Recycling Center. We have a lot of bicyclists, we have a lot of people walking, a lot of people jogging. There's a lot of debris out there, certainly recommending to be careful, watch out for that. There's nails and hardware and various things. And then the other thing to be aware of is we are going to have some very large trucks in the residential neighborhoods, and we really hope people can be patient with us as well as watch, because it's sort of tough for some of our vehicles, as tall as they are, to see the bicyclists and the joggers next to the trucks. So we really appreciate the community's help in that, and we will do our best job as well.
Boulder has been divided into 4 zones with staggering starting dates for this special pickup service. Schedules and more information are available under the Debris Removal tab at boulderfloodinfo.net. Perhaps not surprisingly, one of the areas hit hardest by Mother Nature and her floods was the city's open space and mountain parks. While efforts are underway to clear paths and make these areas safe again, some parts of the system remain closed. Inside Boulder News got a glimpse of some of the damage along the McClintock Trail.
The CCC built a bridge here many years ago. It was a very strong stone bridge. Water would go through a culvert underneath it, and we got very little water down the McClintock drainage. After the flood, we had a tremendous amount of water moving down, and more importantly, we had a tremendous amount of rock slide. That edge of the bridge used to drop 15 feet down to the ground below, to the little drainage. That is now entirely filled in with big boulders and mud. The bridge acted as a check dam, keeping tons and tons of rocks that were coming down from the hillsides. If those rocks had continued, it stands to reason they would have ended up in the neighborhoods below Chautauqua, such as Mariposa. There's a number of hazards out here where people could get seriously injured. Right now, the Open Space Mountain Parks Department is assessing the trails and determining, are there any that we can open that are going to be relatively safe for people.
If you're looking to venture out for a hike or to get some fresh air, be sure to check out the most current closure information at boulderfloodinfo.net. Safety remains the top priority, and the city appreciates your cooperation for what we hope will be temporary closures. In addition to rehabbing our natural resources, city crews have been focused on making repairs to other critical infrastructure, including roads, multi-use paths, and wastewater treatment resources. Much work remains to be done across the city. Some of the projects are expected to take months and even years. City departments are working individually and together to prioritize work plan items based on public safety and community need. Those in need of a good meal in Boulder, whether because of floods or other hardships, can now enjoy fresh, nutritious cooking at the Boulder Bridge House. The nonprofit organization officially opened a brand new community table kitchen on September 6th.
This is Baja Pescado. It's an adaptation from a catfish recipe that we've used for years.
We are able to cook in real time, cook with much more fresh ingredients, locally sourced, in order to provide much more healthy meals for our clients, as well as to provide job training for trainees in our Ready to Work program who are getting back on their feet through paid work and culinary arts training.
I'm part of the Ready to Work program. When a truck comes in, okay, this is what we have, what can we do with it? And create a menu for the following week based on what we have received. Go mostly off donations, but we do have a small budget per serving that we can actually spend. We try to use that for things like fresh produce.
At Bridge House, we provide a range of different services for homeless adults, and it begins with basic needs. But ultimately, to help people get out of homelessness, we need to provide opportunities. And in the last year, we've really been focused on employment. So this new community table kitchen gives us the opportunity to not only prepare the meals that so many in our community rely on, but also a chance to give people jobs in food service and give them the tools to be able to get jobs in the industry and be successful and ultimately transition out of homelessness and into the mainstream.
The Bridge House is frequently in need of donations and volunteers. For more information about the kitchen or to find out how you can help, visit the organization's website. What happens when 9 teams of creative community members are given just 15 hours to design permanent installations at Resource Boulder using only reclaimed materials and tools from the Resource Tool Library? You can find out this weekend by attending a community open house featuring the results of this first-time competition. The event is from 9 to 5 on Saturday, September 28th at the Resource Yard, located at 6400 Arapahoe Avenue in Boulder. We'll also bring you more on this story next week. Thanks for watching Inside Boulder News. Stay in touch with us on Facebook and Twitter by submitting news tips and questions. You can also sign up to receive video updates right in your inbox. Just go to boulderchannel8.com and click on subscribe.